Hello guys, in this video it's buying expensive smelling fragrances. Most of the time expensive smelling fragrances are known to be darker fragrances or oud style fragrances or gourmand style fragrances. I have a couple here that are actually fresh fragrances that can be said to smell expensive. Again, that's a subjective question. Starting out with Bulgari Aqua, the tonique version. This is a little bit more wearable than Bulgari Aqua. Some people even on YouTube say their favorite Bulgari is Aqua, and my favorite Bulgari is Amara, Aqua Amara. So Aqua, however you pronounce it, has different flankers. One of them's Amara, one of them's tonic, one of them's marine, and another one's marine tonic. Now here's a little hidden gem here. This tonic smells like lemons and pears on the side of a beach with the oceanic water, and when you spray it at first it just hits you with a little bit of a sharp citrus, but it's more wearable than the Aqua. When they were first coming out with the successful line, some people said the Aqua was smelling like fish and seawater, like too much pungently. So they created this. They created the marine one, which is very wearable. Aqua Marine smells so good and fresh. But this one has that depth, has that little bit of more punch than the marine. It's right in the middle. It does last 3 hours strong as projection and scent bubble, and then it's a skin scent for 8-9 hours solid. Like, you will definitely smell it on you, and people will smell it on you, and of course on your clothes. It's a game changer. It'll last for hours longer than that. Another fragrance, and coming up, I have a really banging, long-lasting, dirt cheap leather oud fragrance, and I have another super hidden gem by Bulgari. But real quick, I wanted to show you, if you're not familiar with this, they're floating around the internet now. Lalique Linsumi, I talked about it last week. You have an amber fragrance that kind of opens up, similar kind of ISH-ish to Sauvage, but not really. It's more of a vetiver and rum and gin style fragrance. It's unique. It lasts 6 hours. It's just a unique, pleasant fragrance for the price you can get it for. The next fragrance is the hidden gem of the day. It's called Bulgari BLV Note. This one has tobacco, but not like in your typical sense of tobacco. It's tobacco blossoms. So think about a light actual blossoms of a tobacco plant. Then it does have chocolate in it. It smells freaking awesome, ladies. This is a secret lady killer lover. And if you wanted to buy something that smells similar to this, find Bulgari BLV. It's not as good, but it's like $30 versus the discontinued price of this, which could be upwards of hundreds of dollars. But I put the best link down below for you. Next fragrance is called Velvet Oud by Rihanna. Not the actress, the singer, just this company called Rihanna. And this smells like Tuscan leather, which is a $400, $500 fragrance. And this thing lasts the first 3 hours. It blows up the scent bubble. It'll overpower anything else you're wearing, and you'll smell that leathery, slight fruit with oud in it. Light oud. It's not very much like oud. It's the #1 contender. It's much more like a leather is a contender, but it's so very strong. I couldn't even believe it. And it lasts 8 hours, and then it goes into a skin scent. But the first 3 hours, it's an enormous sillage and scent bubble. The next fragrance is like something called Initio Oud for Greatness, and that's another very hard to find $400 or $500 fragrance, or $300. I don't know how much it costs. This is 90% less in price. It's called Supremacy Oud. It's smokier. I never tried Initio's fragrance, but I know how these fragrance companies work. They make and get inspired by the famous fragrances, and they make them more intense. Not as refined, of course, like when you have a Creed Aventus clone, it's not as refined. And this thing's a clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness, and it does a banger of a job. Nothing but good comments. Longevity is insane. Sprayed on your clothes, it'll last 20 hours. Sprayed on your skin, easily 8 to 12 hours. And the scent trail sillage is enormous, and everything's off the charts. You can look it up on Fragrantica. This is a great fragrance. It's gonna probably sell out during the Christmas season. I can guarantee you that, especially when the weather gets colder, because oud fragrances smell very expensive. Oud fragrances make women feel like princesses and men feel like king. If you don't know what oud is, it's extracted resins from the trees in Southeast Asia to produce this pungent oud. When they get sick, they produce this resin and then they extract it and distill it, and that's what oud is. Then you have this fragrance found on the internet because you can't find it too much, and this one is called Eau de Parfum Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. Sexy fragrance, almonds covered in vanilla. Take a moment out. It is September 11th when I'm filming this video. Please take a few moments to give your time to those who have fallen. Here's an article I found from 2016 Men's Health, the top fragrances of the holiday season 2016. Dolce & Gabbana Intenso, 1 million Privé, yes. Versace Dylan Blue, yes. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, that smells like a dessert, yes. And then this one I've never tried. Again, this is called Euphoria Liquid Gold. This is a magazine article from 2016 December. Isn't that cool? Any comments about any of these fragrances down below? Comment down below. Peace and love. And I see you guys all over the world and all over the United States. I heard those guys from Lafayette, Louisiana, Denver, Colorado, Seattle, Washington, Oregon, and you have places like Czechoslovakia, of course, London, UK, Pakistan. How you guys doing, my friends? Peace and love. We'll see you soon. Uncle Chris is out.